regular session of the 20th Congress will now come to order. Let's all rise for a moment of silent prayer. Roll call, Chief Clerk.
Senator Alec. Senator Aritos. Senator Figuer. Senator Coland. Floor Leader Harper. Senator Conman. Vice Speaker Moses. Senator Ned. Senator Penuelo. Senator Perman. Senator Romulo, Senator Usmao, Senator Welly, Speaker Semina.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, 14 members are present.
We have quorum today. Floor Leader.
Good morning, Speaker, and to all our other honorable members, as well as our staff and all those who are also observing our session this morning. Again, I move to dispense with the reading of the journal.
It's moved and seconded that we dispense with the reading of our journal this morning. Those in favor of the motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. We now dispense with the reading of our journal. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, on receipt of one presidential communication and it's number 20-7.
Chief Clerk assigned that communication. Next item.
Mr. Speaker, we're also in receipt of FSM Supreme Court communication number 20-01.
Chief Clerk assigned that. Next item.
Item 7, member communications, there are none.
Next item.
Item 8, departmental communications, we're in receipt of number 20-01.
Members assigned that, Chief Clerk, and members take note of that communication from DOJ concerning some of the issues raised by members. Next item.
Item 9, agency or governmental authority communications, we're also in receipt of number 20-02.
Assigned that, Chief Clerk. It seems like our FSM Development Bank is doing well. Next item.
Item 10, state communications, there are none, Mr. Speaker.
Continue.
Item 11, state Supreme Court communications, none. Item 12, municipal or town communications, there are none. Item 13, foreign government communications, none also, Mr. Speaker.
Order of the day, item 14.
Yes, for standing committee reports, Mr. Speaker, we have an awaiting list number 20-02.
Okay, short recess. Back in session. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Special committee reports on item 15, there are none, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 16, assignment of measures and communications. We have a referral sheet number 20-05 and a referral sheet number 20-2.
Okay, Madam Chairman and members, review those for your planning purposes. Next item.
Item 17, unfinished business, there are none, Mr. Speaker.
Item 18, bill calendar, first bill. Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, the first bill on the bill calendar is CP number 20-08 for City 1 for second reading.
Read the item. Short recess.
Dash 11 as amended by Public Law numbers 18-44, 18-81, 19-33, 19-106, 19-128, 19-134, and 19-138 by amending Section 2 thereof to change the use and allotment of funds previously appropriated for public projects and social programs in the state of Pohnpei and for other purposes.
Short recess. We're still on the Bill 20-8 CT1. Chairman Fakir.
Thank you, Speaker. I move to defer action on Congress Bill 20-8 to the end of the bill calendar.
It's moved and seconded that CP number 20-8 CT1 be deferred to the end of the bill calendar. Those in favor say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. CP 20-8 CT1 is deferred to the end of the bill calendar. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, we have
Short recess. Session. Chief Clerk.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, thank you. CB number 20-09 for second reading. It's a bill for an act to further amend Public Law 19-141 as amended by Public Laws numbers 19-147 and 19-171 by amending Section 1 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs for the people of Chuuk and for other purposes.
Chairman Fakir.
Speaker, I move for the passage of Congress Bill 20-09 on second and final reading.
It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CB number 20-09. Discussion. Any discussion? No discussion, so there's no objection. Debate is closed. Chief Clerk, this is second and final reading. Roll call of delegations.
State of Chuuk, Chairman Aritas. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Penuelo.
Remind.
State of Koshai, Chairman Wali. State of Yak, Chairman Orismal. Mr. Speaker, all the 4 states voted for.
CP number 20-09 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
Mr. Speaker, we have CP number 20-11 for second reading. CP number 20-11, it's a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 19-124 as amended by Public Laws numbers 19-133, 19-140, and 19-150 by amending the title and sections 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 thereof to modify the intent of the Appropriation Act and change the use, allotee, and lapse date of some funds previously appropriated therein to fund priority infrastructure projects in the state of Kushai and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for the passage of Congress Bill number 20-11 on second and final reading.
Any second? It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 20-11. Discussion.
Speaker.
Yes, Chairman Berman.
Thank you, Speaker. Good morning to you, Vice, floor, members, and all that are observing our session this morning. Speaker, I have a floor amendment on the said bill 20-11.
Short recess. Where's that amendment, Clerk? It's in our packet today. Okay. discussion of CB 20-11. Chairman Berman, you have the floor.
So move for its adoption.
Any second? It's moved and seconded that the offered floor amendment to CB 20-11 by Chairman Berman be adopted. Chief Clerk, can you just read that into the record?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we have a floor amendment to CB number 20-11 offered by Senator Fernie S. Perman. Item 1 of this amendment on page 7, line 25, delete the words "the allotee of funds." Delete the words "the allotee of funds." Item 2, page 8, lines 1 and 2, delete them in their entirety. Item 3, page 8, line 3, delete Colonia Town Government. Item 5 of the amendment on page 8, line 4. Item 4, page 8, line 4, after section 4, subsection 1A, insert 4, subsection 1B. Item 5, page 8, line 4, before section 4, subsection 2B, insert section 4, subsection 2A. Item 6, page 8, line 5, before section 4, subsection 2G, insert section 4, subsection 2C, comma, section 4, subsection 2D, comma, section 4, subsection 2E.
Chairman, for Leader Harper, have a motion to make.
Speaker, I move to suspend any relevant rule that may impede our action on the amendment.
It's moved and seconded that the relevant rules, especially that rule prohibiting substantive amendment on second and final reading, be suspended. Those in favor say yes. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. The rules are now suspended. Discussion on the offered amendment.
Short recess, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess.
So, do I understand that there is
Congress back in session. We're still on discussion of the offered floor amendment.
Question.
Questions being called for. There's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the offered floor amendment to CB 20-11 by Chairman Berman, say yes. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. The offered floor amendments are adopted. We have CT1. Chairman Ursumo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I also have some small oral amendments that I wish to make on the bill as amended,
Proceed.
if I may. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. In the title, line 6, state should be states, S-T-A-T-E-S, of Kosrae, comma, Pohnpei, comma, and insert after and, after and, yap. So it will read the states of Kosrae, Pohnpei, and Yap. On page 2, line 19, delete the figure 550,000 and insert the figure 400,000 in lieu thereof. Between line 19 and 20, insert in parentheses letter E and the line item Lamotrek, Lamotrek, health center / dispensary, 150,000. And then re-letter E to F. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
It's moved and seconded that the offered oral amendments by Chairman Ursumo be adopted. Let the record reflect that the relevant rules are still suspended. Discussion on the offered oral amendments? Any discussion? Yes, Chairman Ursumo.
Speaker, this is merely to address the needs, immediate needs of the YAP Health Services to complete the project that was started and for some mysterious reason it's not yet completed, and the plan is to expand that project to include a health center for the 3 islands in that precinct or election district, Elato, Lamotrek, and Satoan. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Ursumo. As long as what figure said is not happening, that will happen soon, right? They're not sleeping, and that should be okay. Any other discussion on the offered oral amendments? If none, there's no objection. Debate is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the offered oral amendments by Chairman Ursumo, say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The offered oral amendments by Chairman Ursumo are adopted. We have CT2. Any further discussion on CT2?
Speaker.
Yes, Senator Net.
Thank you, Speaker. I have a minor oral amendment on the same bill, page 5, line 22. Delete Aruba road paving and insert non-poronized secondary road. So move.
Second.
It's moved and seconded that the offered oral amendments by Senator Net be adopted. Discussion, short recess. Back in session, we're still on the discussion of the bill, and there is an oral amendment offered by Senator Ned. It's been offered and seconded, moved and seconded, and the record will reflect that the relevant rules are still suspended. Discussion on the offered oral amendments? If none, there is no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of the offered oral amendments by Senator Net, say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The offered oral amendments by Senator Net are adopted. We have CD3. Further discussion on CD3? If none, if there is no objection, discussion is closed. So let's vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk, call the roll.
State of Chuuk, Chairman Aritas. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Penuelo.
Hereby.
State of Kushai, Chairman Wali. State of Yap, Chairman Ursma. Mr. Speaker, all the 4 states vote for.
For that reason, CP number 20-11 CD3 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, we have CP number 20-12 for second reading. CP number 20-12, it's a bill for an act to further amend Public Law 19-10 as amended by Public Laws numbers 19-26, 19-42, 19-51, 19-56, 19-72, 19-78, 19-96, 19-132, and 19-163 by amending Section 3 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs in the state of Kushai and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 20-12. Discussion. Any discussion?
Speaker,
Chairman Romulo.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a floor amendment to that said bill, and I wish to offer. It's been distributed. The copies has been distributed. So I'll move, Speaker.
Short recess. You all have that? Okay. Conference back in session. We're still in discussion of CP 20-12. There is an offered floor amendment by Chairman Romulo. Make the motion. Motion for adoption.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I'll move for the adoption of the said amendment.
It's moved and seconded that the offered floor amendments to CP 20-12 by Chairman Romulo be adopted. Let the record reflect that the relevant rules are still suspended, and because of its length, we will dispense with its reading. It's written up and distributed to members and staff. So discussion. Any discussion? Questions being called for. If there is no objection, debate is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of the floor amendments offered by Chairman Romulo to CP 20-12 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The offered floor amendments to CP 20-12 by Chairman Romulo are adopted. We now have CD1. Any further discussion on CD1? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote by roll call of delegations.
State of Chuuk, Chairman Aritas. State of Point Bay, Chairman Panuelo.
May.
State of Kushai, Chairman Willie. State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal. Mr. Speaker, all the four states 4-4.
For that reason, CB number 20-12, CD1 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, we have CB number 20-16 for second reading. CB number 20-16, it's a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 19-54 as amended by Public Laws numbers 19-62, 19-75, 19-79, 19-99, and 19-119 by amending Section 6 thereof to change the allotment of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs in the state of Kushai and change the lapse date and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 20-16. Short recess.
For second reading, CP number 20-17, it's a bill for an act to amend Public Law number 19-152 as amended by Public Law number 19-162 by amending Sections 3 and 6 thereof to change the use and allotment of certain funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs for the people of Kushai and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the said bill on second and final reading.
It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 20-17. Discussion. Short recess. So I hope you're not, so your reason is different from YAP's reason. The YAP's is that they're Congress back in session. We're still on discussion of CP 20-17. Any further discussion? If none, if there's no objection, debate is closed. Chief Clerk, roll call.
State of Chirk, Chairman Aritos. State of Point Bay, Chairman Panuelo.
Levi.
State of Kushai, Chairman Willie. State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal. Mr. Speaker, we have all the four states 4-4.
For that reason, CP number 20-17 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
Mr. Speaker, we have CP number 20-18 for second reading. CP number 20-18, it's a bill for further amend Public Law number 19-121 as amended by Public Laws numbers 19-130 and 19-142 by amending Sections 3 and 6 thereof to change the use and allotment of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs for the people of the state of Kushai and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Move for the passage of the said bill on second and final reading.
It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CB number 20-18. Discussion. Any discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. Chief Clerk, roll call.
State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Panuelo. State of Kushai, Chairman Wali. State of Yap, Chairman Rosmal. Mr. Speaker, all the four states, 4-4.
CP number 20-18 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
Mr. Speaker, we have CP number 20-14 for second reading. CP number 20-14 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 18-70 as previously amended by Public Laws numbers 18-98, 18-112, 18-122, 19-7, 19-24, 19-41, 19-52, 19-73, 19-82, 19-101, 19-114, and 19-139 by amending Section 2 and 6, Sections 2 and 6 thereof to change the use of certain funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs for the people of Yap State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that Congress pass Congress Bill number 20-14 on second and final reading.
It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CB 20-14. Discussion.
Speaker,
Chairman Figueroa, you have
I have an oral amendment that I wish to offer. May I?
Please proceed.
Floor amendment to CB number 20-14 offered by yours truly. CB number 20-14 is hereby amended to read as follows. Page 1, item 1, page 2, line 8, delete 70,000 and insert 20,000 in lieu thereof. Item 2, page 3, between line 7 and 8, insert the following. In V, in parentheses, insert rural municipality travel subsidy, 45,000. VI, in parentheses, YAP AMP group musical instruments, 5,000. I so move.
It's moved and seconded that the offered oral amendments to CP 20-14 by Chairman Figueroa be adopted. Discussion. Short recess. Can you Congress back in session. We're still on the discussion of the offered, the oral amendments by Chairman Fakir. Let the records reflect that the relevant rules are still suspended. Any further discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed, so let's vote. Those in favor of the offered oral amendments by Chairman Fakir, say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The offered oral amendments by Chairman Fakir are adopted. We have CT1. Chairman Fakir, you have the floor again.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I beg the indulgence of, I apologize to members for making such a, for being so much in the future. But I have an oral amendment. It's technical in nature, but it will affect the bill. On page 1, line 11, in parentheses B, after where it reads YAP Youth, insert 2017-2019 summer programs and activities, and delete the word matching. I so move.
It's moved and seconded that the offered oral amendments by Chairman Fakir be adopted. The relevant rules are still suspended. Discussion. Any discussion on the offered? Chairman Fakir, you have a discussion?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is merely to change the year where the YAP youth can use the fund appropriated herein, so they can start using the fund this summer, coming summer. They have a lot of activities, and as you know, the youth of YAP is more advanced than a lot of people, so I think, we just want to let them, give them this time frame from summer 2017 all the way to 2019. And if they don't use the money, that means they don't need the money, and the money will go into other projects. That's the purpose. And
Thank
again,
you.
technical in nature.
Thank you, Chairman Fakir. There is nothing technical about changing the years and deleting matching, because now you are no longer believers in matching, as far as I understand. Okay, any further discussion? Chairman Ursula, you're kind of looking at me, so.
Well, Speaker, thank you. I just wish to add to what the chairman was indicating, that changing the year from, instead of waiting until 2018, indicates that our youth are very much awake and ready to do their work. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Ursumal, for that additional explanation. Any further discussion? If none, if there is no objection, discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of adopting the offered oral amendments by Chairman Fakir, say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The offered oral amendments are adopted. We now have CT2. Any further discussion on the bill? CT2. If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote by roll call. Delegation. Chief Whip.
State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Panuelo.
Aye.
State of Kushai, Chairman Willie. State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal. Mr. Speaker, all the 4 states voted in favor.
CP 20-14 CD2 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
Mr. Speaker, we have CP number 20-08, CD1 for second reading.
Okay. Short recess. Congress back in session. We're still on discussion of CB 20-08.
Speaker.
Chairman Berman, you have the floor.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, if I may, I have an oral amendment to offer to the said bill. On page 2, line 16, delete 10,000 and insert 15,000 in lieu thereof. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Any second? It's moved and seconded that the offered oral amendments by Chairman Berman to CP 20-08 CD1 be adopted. The relevant rules are still suspended. Discussion. Any discussion on the offered oral amendments?
Short recess, Mr.
Short recess been called for. Congress back in session. We're still on discussion of the offered oral amendments by Chairman Berman. Any further discussion on it? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the offered oral amendments by Chairman Berman say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. We now have CT2. Any further discussion on CP 20-08 CD2?
Mr. Speaker,
Vice Speaker Moses.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to make an oral amendment on page 3, line 13. The words in bracket major culvert should be stricken. And on line 14, decrease the amount 26,750 to 21,750, and then insert a new Roman numeral 8 and put community center improvement 5,000. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
It's moved and seconded that the offered oral amendments by Vice Speaker Moses be adopted. Short recess. Okay, Congress is back in session. We're on discussion of the offered oral amendments by Vice Speaker Moses. Any further discussion? Questions being called for. If there is no objection, debate is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the offered oral amendments by Vice Speaker Moses, say yes. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. We now have CD3. Any further discussion on CD3? If none, there's no objection. Debate is closed. So let's vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk.
State of Joke, Chairman Aritos. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Panuelo.
Aye.
State of Kushai, Chairman Willie. State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal. Mr. Speaker, all the 4 states voted for.
For that reason, CP number 20-08, CD3 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
Point of privilege, Mr. Speaker.
State your point. For Leader Harbor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise on a point of privilege to ask the indulgence and humbleness of this Congress to join me in welcoming and recognizing the presence of one of our secretaries, the Secretary of Department of Foreign Affairs, who is observing our session this morning, the Honorable Secretary Lauren Robert. Let's give him a round of applause. For information, Speaker and members, Secretary Lauren is one of our paramount traditional chiefs in the Morlocks from the island of Nama. And furthermore, Mr. Speaker, on a point of privilege, I'd like to take this time to extend my apology to you, Mr. Speaker, Vice Speaker, and the rest of honorable members for the fact that I will be missing the rest of the days of our session as I will be leaving today for Guam. I really want to stay more, but because of my dialysis is now overdue, I don't want to run the risk of having my kidneys fail and I die right in the chamber. So for that, I really want to extend my apology to you and all for my missing or the rest of our session days in the days to come. Last, Mr. Speaker, on a point of information, last night I just read on Facebook from one of my constituents from mainland that the Republic of Marshall Islands by June 1st will have to fill out the visa form when they enter into U.S. They will no longer have that visa waiver. So I'm bringing up this because I'm kind of worried if this thing will also apply to FSM sooner or later. And I think it's very relevant that I bring up this so Secretary Robert can try to look into it, not to ask the U.S. whether we'll be affected soon, but at least do some investigation just to prepare ourselves if this kind of situation also comes up with FSM, so we can be ready for whatever future action we can have to. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Floor Leader Harbour. You can be excused anytime you wish to go to the airport, and on behalf of the Congress, we wish you well your ongoing treatment, and let's hope that things turn out for the better for you. On this issue of visa-free cancellation, we've learned that it is a fake news. So let's hope it is really a fake news. So that's as far as we know on that visa-free cancellation. Okay. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker,
Chairman Willie.
thank you. I move that we reconsider CP number 20-18.
Short recess. You just restate your motions, your motion. Congress back in session. Chairman Willie, you have the floor. Restate your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that we reconsider CP number 20-18.
It's moved and seconded that Congress reconsider its decision on CP 20-18. That's not subject to debate, so let's vote by delegations. Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, this is for reconsideration of CP 20-18, State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Panuelo.
Goodbye.
State of Kushai, Chairman Willie. State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal. Mr. Speaker, all the 4 states voted in favor of reconsideration.
Reconsideration is passed by Congress, so make your motion, Chairman Willie, for
Thank you, Mr.
passage.
Speaker. I have an oral amendment that I wish to over to the
Make a
same
motion
bill.
for passage first.
So move for passage of the same amendment.
It's moved and seconded that Congress passed on second and final reading CP number 20-18. Discussion. Chairman Willie, you have the floor. Offer your amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a floor amendment that I wish to over to the state
Proceed.
bill. On page 4, line 10, delete the words Wi-Fi activity and insert travel and insert principal, travel, and related costs in Lutero. So move.
It's moved and seconded that the offered oral amendments by Chairman Willie be adopted. Short recess. Congress back in session. There you have the oral amendments by Chairman Willie. Discussion. Oh, and let the record reflect that the relevant rules are still suspended. Questions being called for if there is no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of the oral amendments by Chairman Willie, say yes. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. The offered oral amendments are adopted. We now have CT1. Any further discussion on CT1? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed, so let's vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk.
State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Panuelo.
Goodbye.
State of Kushai, Chairman Willie. State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. 4 states voted for.
CP number 20-18, CD1 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes, Vice Speaker Moses.
I've consulted with Ways and Means Chairman, and he said it's okay, so I would like to withdraw and place CB number 20-19. So move.
Second.
So recess, Mr. Speaker.
It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CP number 20-19. Discussion, short recess. Second session, Chief Clerk, read the title.
Mr. Speaker, CP 20-19, it's a bill for an act to further amend Title 55 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia as annotated, as amended by inserting a new Section 112 to Chapter 1 to place a statutory limit on the amount of funds that Congress may appropriate to members' representation funds relative to the annual salary of the President of the Federated States of Micronesia and for other purposes.
There you have the title read and discussion. Any discussion? Chairman Roosevelt, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. This is a major bill, and I think it came about or as a result of our informal discussion prior to our formal caucus. But the bill as drafted, and I had indicated support of putting a limit or finding a way to put a limit on the amount of representation funds for members. But when the bill is drafted and conditioning it on another animal, to me it's a double whammy, because the amount of the rep funds as proposed here will be conditioned on the salary of the president, and there will be a tendency to increase the salary of the president so that the rep fund can be increased. If I know it's by law, the president's salary is by law at $32,000 per annum, and that is fine. But what happened if in the next session of Congress, this Congress decides to increase that to 100,000? When you multiply 100,000 by 200,000, what do you come up with? So it's like a very intelligent way of making it look like we're capping, but it can be a double whammy, as I said. It can increase we can increase the salary of the president, so our rep fund can be increased. But that's my concern. And I think if it was such a pure amendment to a public project, which we have been doing, fine, because we defer to each delegation to come in with their amendments relating to their state's public project. But this is a major policy of this Congress, and I would hope that, with all due respect to you, Speaker, as I believe the introducer of this bill, and the Vice Speaker for withdrawing it from the Ways and Means Committee, I really hope that we would take a look at it, allow the committee to review it, and see what implication it may have on the financial standing of this government, especially in lieu of this 2023 deadline that we're approaching very fast. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Roosevelt. Your points are well taken. I would just ask that you have faith in your colleagues in Congress. Okay,
Speaker,
any further discussion on?
With all due respect,
Yes.
I have had plenty times that I've had faith in us, only to be my faith to be shattered by subsequent actions of Congress.
Thank you, Chairman Ursumal. Any other
Speaker?
during recess?
In
Yes.
recess, Speaker?
Yes, I think we're in recess. Are we in recess?
On
No?
session, no.
We're still in session.
Okay. Well, Speaker, thank you, and I thank Chairman Urusumal's concerns he has raised on the two bills, 20-19 and the other partner bill that I was able to read yesterday. I think the intentions of the bill is a good one, Mr. Speaker, and Chairman Urusumal asked that, thinking that it may have a cascading effect on conditioning it to the increase of President's salary. I certainly hope that that's not going to be the case, because when we legislate something, the increase should be one that will happen in such a long time. I think that remains to be seen with how we, full House, will consider the bill. But I'm not opposed to having the two bills ferment a little bit so we can talk more about it before we bring it back to vote on it, Speaker. So that's my take on it for now. I think we can let it ferment for a few days to see how other members' reaction to it before we put it to vote. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank
Mr.
you,
Speaker.
Chairman Panuelo. Vice
Can I
Vice
move
Speaker
that we
Moses?
recommend it to the committee?
Make the motion.
So moved.
Second. It's moved and seconded that bill be recommitted to committee for further review in accordance with the wish of Chairman Ursumal and Chairman Panuelo. Those in favor of the motion to recommit said bill say yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carried. The bill CP 20-19 is recommitted to the appropriate committee for further review and action. Next bill.
None,
Point of
Mr.
privilege, Speaker.
State your point, Floor
Thank
Leader.
you, Mr. Speaker. Since I drive slowly, may I ask that I be excused at this time so that I can pick up my stuff and check in?
Yes, Floor Leader Harper, you're excused, and have a safe trip to Guam, and we wish you well in your ongoing treatment. Short recess. Congress back in session. We're still on the bill calendar. Next bill.
Speaker,
Chairman Romulo.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to withdraw CB number 20-22 and place it on today's calendar.
Second.
It's moved and seconded that CP number 20-22 be withdrawn from the Ways and Means Committee and placed on the bill calendar for action. First reading. Those in favor of the
Short
motion,
recess.
say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The bill is now withdrawn and placed on the bill calendar for action. Short recess. Congress back in session. Before we continue further, I would like to ask our good Chairman Ursimal if he can take up his usual acting floor leader role. Okay, so we're on the bill calendar again. There is a bill that's been withdrawn and placed. Chairman Figuer, make the motion. First reading.
Move for the passage of the said bill on first reading.
It's moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CP number 20-22. Discussion. Any discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote by roll call of members.
Senator Alec? Senator Aritos?
Yes.
Senator Figuer? Senator Coland?
Because of the people of my northwest, yes.
Floor Leader Harper? Senator Conman? Vice Speaker Moses? Senator Ned? Senator Panuelo?
Aye.
Senator Perman? Senator Romulo? Senator Ursmal? Senator Wally? Speaker Semina?
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, 13 members voted for.
For that reason, CP number 20-22 has passed Congress on first reading. Next bill. Any other bill? If none, next item.
Item 19, Mr. Speaker, resolution calendar. There are none.
Short recess.
Resolution on sealing.
We do?
No, we need to do that.
Well, you're the man.
Okay. Oh, do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay.
Then I'll find it.
Congress back in session.
Item 20, introduction of bills and resolutions.
If you have any measure to introduce, pass them on to Chief Burke. Next item.
Item 21, miscellaneous communications. There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 22, miscellaneous business.
If there's any miscellaneous business,
Speaker.
Chairman Berman.
Thank you, Speaker. We know that the floor leader is leaving because of dialysis in Guam. and the Committee of Health been looking into it, and we'll be asking members or Congress to actually put up some funding to bring down, I guess, 2 people to look at our facilities in Pohnpei to see what needed to be done. So I know we were looking through the budget and slicing and a little bit adding or whatever we were doing. Your committee will be asking Chairman of Ways and Means and all members if, when we get the code from Pohnpei State and our Department of Health, I'll be asking before this session will be over, so they can take a look at our dialysis facility in Pohnpei. If possible, we centralize that, so people that have that problem, when they're here, they can actually don't have to fly out again to get their treatment. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Berman. There is no question that the dialysis services in our hospital needs improvement. Really needs to be improved. And you're the chairman of that committee, so you work with Chairman of Ways and Means, figure out what we can do with that. But I think that would be a good effort on our part as a national project, in a sense. Okay. Any other miscellaneous business?
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Vice Speaker Moses.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think this morning we had a hearing in our hearing room, and it's probably the one with the most people so far in the 20th Congress. And I was disappointed that we were playing musical chairs. And I know when we opened up the building, there were a lot of chairs for witnesses. Today, we didn't have enough. And I was wondering where the chairs went. Did they leave the campus, or are they still on campus? Or so if we could have someone look into that and put back the chairs where they rightfully belong so that we can use them.
Thank you, Vice Speaker Moses. I will assign that responsibility to you. Work with our staff.
Speaker.
So you can find the chairs. Okay?
Yeah, Speaker, I was...
Yes, Chairman Figueroa, you have a miscellaneous business?
Thank you. I was disappointed because I had to give up my chair, although I wanted to sit there and listen and have the people there educate me on this, what are you doing? Subject matter. But I had to leave because there was no chair available. And I think if you assign that, one way of doing it is when we are in session to make sure that nobody borrows equipment from our facility. And I would also add that you ask our staff to be at their station when we are here, including our PIO and IT, and they take on their task. Yesterday I saw an email from somebody which he or she claims that she's the protocol officer, but actually not. That letter or email did not go through the proper organization of this body. So I would really that we follow what we do and make sure that the staff show up when we are in session. I had to run all over the building looking for staff to help me. I'm not very good in doing IT and issuing press release and informations, but I get a lot of complaints, and I hope our staff would assist in that regard. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Figueroa. We have to find out more about your complaints, concerns. The staff will take note of that. We will continue to work. The chairs, I don't know whether there were just too many witnesses or there were fewer chairs. We'll have to, Vice Speaker Moses will find that out from our appropriate staff. Okay, any other miscellaneous business?
Speaker.
Chairman Coolen.
Thank you, Speaker. I'm sorry, without respect to my
Speaker and Vice Speaker, that whoever, this is not a new matter. This has been ongoing, and I would like to see the action on this because I saw some chairs, but I don't know where they took it. But can you put them on suspension or whatever that you can take? Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Colon. Any other miscellaneous business? If there's no more, just one small item I would like to raise with especially the chairman of committees. This Saturday, our hearing room will be worked on with respect to the lighting system because they need to improve it for those of us, and they will continue looking at the acoustic in there, see how it can also be improved. But I hope there will be no, I ask that there will be no hearing scheduled for Saturday, this Saturday, as they're going to do their, they'll start with the lighting system first, okay? So thank you for that. If there is no further miscellaneous business announcements, Chairman Wally.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just to remind everyone about the 1 o'clock meeting with the overseas missions this afternoon at 1. Thank you.
Reminder to the members, EXAF committee, you have that hearing at 1. Chairman Figueroa.
Your committee on Ways and Means will meet tomorrow at its allotted time to talk about the Congress Bill 20-19. And this will be an internal meeting, and we'll decide how to proceed on this very important measure. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Figueroa. Take note, members of Ways and Means, their internal discussion on CB 20-19. Chairman Berman.
Thank you, Speaker. As of this week, we have no hearing, but Monday, 2:30, we will be having a meeting with MyCare again. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Berman. Take note, members of Health and Social Affairs Committee, you have that hearing next week. Chairman Romulo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Your committee on Tiango will hold a budget hearing at 2:30 today with the DOJ.
Okay, thank you, Chairman Romulo. Take note, members of Tiango Committee, you have a hearing today at 2:30. Chairman Panuelo.
Speaker, thank you. Your R&D committee continuing with its budget hearings tomorrow 8:30 at its allotted time. R&D committee will hold budget hearings with the Banking Commission office, Insurance office, and the office of OEEM. We plan to finish all three offices at the allotted time tomorrow, so reminding members of the committee. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Panuelo. Take note, members of R&D Committee, continue hearing on budget tomorrow at 8:30. Chairman Cullen.
Thank you, Speaker. Your committee on TNC will hold a hearing on Tuesday, May 23rd, 8:30 at our hearing room. This is in regards to the budget. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Cullen. Take note, TNC members, you have that hearing. Chairman Ursumo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Your Committee on Education will continue its budget hearing tomorrow at 1 o'clock with the College of Micronesia FSM, and time permitting, the committee would look at the budget that we have completed our review on and make recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Ursumo. Take note, members of Education Committee, COM, and other items, budgetary items. Okay, Vice Speaker Moses, you have any announcement? Senator Net? Senator Alic? Senator Aritos? Senator Conman? Okay, short recess. Acting Floor Leader, Ursimo.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move that this Congress stands in recess until tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning here at Pelican.
Any second, it's moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning. Those in favor of the motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Congress now stands in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning.